Guy texts in, Luka just signed a $200 million extension. OOL. I assume that guy meant LOL, but he's a dummy. And also, like, bro, I don't know if you're keeping up with what's going on in the NBA lately. These contracts have been very flimsy as far as guys sticking around. Like, they get you obviously signed the guaranteed $200 million contract. You're not an idiot, all right? I don't accuse Luka Doncic of being an idiot. You know what you are if you turn down $200 million guaranteed, Leroy?
An idiot.
An idiot. I don't accuse him of that. Of course you take the...
Wait. Hold on. It's funny how things change with you.
What are you talking about?
Because when Bam was getting ready to sign his extension, you wanted him to wait.
Nah, he was going to get his $200 million.
No.
He was
Did you not want him to? Did you not want him to wait?
I mean, like if I had my choice and I wasn't greedy, really? Yeah, I would want him to wait. It gives more cap space, more flexibility.
Would you wait?
No. And neither did he. But if I had my choice, Bam gets his $200 million this year or next year. Oh, by the way, I'm glad you mentioned this.
You're the worst.
I'm glad you mentioned this.
You wanted Bam to wait, but you wouldn't wait.
Yeah. I mean, like, I wanted Bam to wait, but I'm not mad at him for not waiting. Good for him. I'm glad that he's going to make maybe $200 million.
Even though there's no chance you would ever wait.
Probably not.
Probably not. No, you said it right the first time. No.
Do I get a superstar with me? Maybe.
You're still not waiting.
Maybe.
Stop.
Maybe.
If I told you, here, you got to wait 2 years for your extension, but I'll get you Dame Dollar. Are you waiting for your $200 million?
That's a good question.
I'm like, them's the breaks. Maybe next time. Give me my money.
I get Dame Dollar. We'll get to Bam.
You got to wait 2 years before you get your extension.
We got some Bam stuff to get to here in just a second, but I'm glad.
Why you keep going? Like, there you go. Look.
What?
You know damn well you would at that moment you would not give a damn about Dame Dollar.
I don't know. I would like Dame
Dollar. You know.
But this is why you give him the extension though, because now that he's locked in, he's a Heat lifer, and now he's going and recruiting Dame Dollar.
Now look.
Can I just say something about this? So. Sure. There's this dopey Barstool NBA blogger. All right, his name is Danny Greenberg. He covers the NBA for them, allegedly. He's a Boston.
He's
fan.
a berg away from being Danny Green, huh?
He is. But Danny Greenberg, who covers the NBA for Barstool, they love the Celtics. Boston idiots. So he tweets out, it's interesting that Pat Riley and the Heat don't catch the same flack for trading Dragic after he tried to gut through an injury during the finals and loved being there so he could upgrade at point guard. For them, it's just basketball business, right? Now, I can only assume that this Sully is drawing a parallel to Danny Ainge screwing over Isaiah Thomas, little Isaiah Thomas. The littler Isaiah Thomas. And to this idiot who decides that I got him. This is what I find it funny. I like when a guy thinks he makes a prolific tweet, like he's really stumbled upon something. Here's the difference, okay? It's quite simple. Isaiah Thomas, in this parallel that you're trying to make, where you really think you got basketball fans as hypocrites. Isaiah Thomas went from a max contract to patching together minimum deals, and still is, by the way, since gutting out a hip injury, playing right after his sister's death, and you will rats off a ship and send him off to Cleveland. Goran Dragic, he gutted through an injury, played one game in the NBA Finals with a busted foot. His reward for that was $40 million guaranteed. So, it's actually not that interesting. Danny? It's not that interesting, actually. And by the way, if you wanted to come up with 100 reasons for Pat Riley being a cold-blooded mother bleeper, You could have gone to 100 different arguments. But the Goran Dragic one is about the worst one you could come with to defend your guy, Danny Ainge, top bum, against Pat Riley. The last example I would come up with for Pat Riley being cold is giving a 36-year-old point guard who gutted through an injury $40 million guaranteed, as opposed to you guys giving your MVP the boot after he gutted through a hip injury and a family member died and hasn't made a dime over the minimum since. So, if you're going to come with your snark-ass tweets, please, I beg of you, all right, take the bar stool out of your you-know-what, and please get it together with your facts.
Fatality.
What?
I got to tell you, that was some of your better work.
It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. You could have come up with, said he wasn't going to trade anybody, and then all of a sudden everybody was Ratsovich wasn't going to trade Tim Hardaway. Gone. Cheapskate with
D-Wade.
Cheapskate with D-Wade. Gone. But you decided to go with the one example that's like the worst to make your point?
It is rather interesting that he picked Gogi, a guy who has made more money in the last 2 years than Isaiah Thomas has made in the last 6.
Made in his career.
No, I think he was on a decent contract when he got to Boston. Now, I will tell you this. If he didn't, it's going to make this argument even worse.
Isaiah Thomas, career earnings. Let's see.
I got $34 million.
$34 million, Leroy.
Oh my goodness!
10 seasons.
34. He went from $150 million to 34. Hey, good living for most people, but not when you're comparing it to Goran Dragic,
who made more than that his last 2 years after being banged up.
Now, yesterday or 2 days ago, Bam Adebayo was in Las Vegas, fresh off winning the gold medal. Brought it to the Heat's summer league game, which is really cool. Really cool. He's out there supporting his team. He's there watching the guy. Las Vegas Summer League, Leroy. Bit of a what's the word? A coming to like a conference, almost like coming together. You know. You have
remember how big it was when Zion was there?
Yep. And
they
just
huge.
Just everybody kind of comes together as one, and so Bam is there hanging out, and he's got his gold medal with him. But did a little bit of an interview with NBA TV, and listen to this. This is a very sneaky little throw-in by Bam Adebayo about potential things that could be on the horizon. Check it out.
A lot of moves during free agency. How are you feeling about playing with him this coming season?
He's going to bring a lot of leadership. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward how he was vocal on Toronto. So it's going to be fun. Me, him, and Jimmy, and PJ and Markieff. It's going to be pretty fun for this group.
And one more before I let you go, but when you take a look at the Eastern Conference, I mean, it's tough. It's deep. What are your thoughts on what it's going to take for you guys to compete, and how excited are you to get after it?
I mean, it's going to take who we just got plus more. So hopefully we get the job done.
Wow!
Don't stop.
Wow! Plus more.
Oh.
Really? Really? Interesting. Plus more. Well. Plus more like your new Olympian best friend, Damian Lillard? Interesting. Interesting, Leroy. It's going to take this plus more. What could that mean? What could he possibly be referring to? Oh, I don't know. Maybe the fact that Dame Dolla's living in his hip pocket lately? Just
it just sounds like
Dame and Bam.
This sounds
Bam
like a recent,
and Dame.
This sounds like a recent issue I had at the bank.
What are you talking about?
So I got a check from the insurance company because I switched insurance, right?
Yeah.
And it was already paid, so they sent a check to the house.
Mm-hmm.
They put on the check Leroy Hoard and Melanie Hoard,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So I take it to the bank. We can't cash that because she doesn't have an account with you. I'm like, what are you talking about? She signed the back of it, right? You are talking to me just like the banker. She said, if it would have said Leroy Hoard or Melanie Hoard, then she would just endorse it and you could deposit it.
But it needs
And
both.
every time I hear you say,
Huh?
pick out one little word out of a comment, that's what I think of. So you're thinking, oh, did you hear what he said? Leroy, did you hear what he said?
Well, I feel like
He
you're
said,
dismissing. I'm not like the
more.
See, here's the
And
thing.
more.
But he said and more. What do you mean? Like, why are you just dismissing it like that?
Because I think a lot of athletes think like this. Okay? Let's start with this comment.
Mm-hmm.
No athlete or no coach would ever say at this point in time they are good enough to win a championship. Right?
Right.
And so when Bam saying and more didn't necessarily mean players, it just meant that they don't think at this point they're good enough to win a championship because nobody will admit to that. Who's admitting to it?
Is that what it means? Or I think your example is a fair explanation. If he didn't just come off the Olympics and was BFFs with Dame Dalla. Like, you don't think...
So now we're going to do this for a whole year. How
I'm
many
not going
years
to do
are
it
we
for a
gonna
whole
do
year.
the Dame Dollar thing?
I just think it's interesting. You don't think it's interesting?
No.
Really? Okay. I think you just like
think
to...
the fact, wait, here's what I would say. I'm not going to just totally, look, we have to be honest, okay? I wasn't a little intrigued by how good of friends they were.
Yeah.
And how close they were.
Mm-hmm.
But then the Heat signed all these players.
Mm-hmm. For now. It could be dealt by December.
Is basketball the only sport, I guess basketball and baseball, where you can trade that late and that player make that much of an impact? Because you can't do it in football.
I guess. I don't know. I mean, I'm going to get Dame Dollar, bro. I think he'll make an impact just fine. Man.
Yeah, but that's the only sport it works, right? In baseball. You can't do that in football. If I tell you can get Aaron Rodgers with 5 games left to go in the season, like you're probably getting him for the following year.
I guess. What is this debate you're having?
I'm not having a debate. I just think when you talk about December trades and we get Dame Dollar by December, I'm just not familiar with that.
I mean, they may get Victor Oladipo by January. That might be another big impact.
I think that was crucial. I think one of the cool things they did with Victor Oladipo is they probably went to him and said, look, you can do one or two things. You can sign with us and make the veterans minimum now, or you can wait until you're healthy and sign the veterans minimum wherever you want, but only get half of that money.
Yeah. David Allen says Lillard, a.k.a. Fancy James Harden. Yeah, he'd be so fancy down here. We could make rap videos. I could be in the Dame Dollar music video.
No, you can't.
Oh, it'd be so great. I'd be so great in that video.
There's no way.
Biscayne Boulevard. Here we come.
Really? You've already?
What?
You're the worst.
How am I the worst?
Because you're just on to the next one.
Let me ask you something. Let me ask you something right now. Do you or do you not think that Pat Riley...
You better not use the line that I've used.
What?
Otherwise, I'm going to be pissed. Go.
Do you or do you not think that Pat Riley has asked Bam Adebayo, you get him?
I think he asked Bam, right? Because he tries to play it, Pat Riley, smiling face with hidden agendas. He's the guy that said that. Here's what he says. Hey, Bam.
You get him?
See you with buddy with Dame.
You know what I think?
What were those conversations like?
You know what I think Bam did? I think he put it.
What?
I think he made his finger like a fish hook. Got him.
Really?
Hey, Pat. Got him.
So you think he got Dame Dollar on the line, and he just backing the boat up to reel him in,
reeling him
get
in,
the big tuna,
reeling him in.
Really?
It's gonna be
you should really
Bam and
stop.
Dame and Lowry and Jimmy and I guess
Can I ask you a question?
Big Yurt.
Out of curiosity,
Yeah.
what if it's the other way?
You keep doing this where you think that Bam's going to Portland. You're adorbs. I just want to pinch your cheeks sometimes.
I'm just saying, like, who's to say it's not the other way?
I do.
Okay.
I do. Does Bam look like he wants to wear flannel? I rest my case.